ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, we're going to explain how I got 10,000 5-star shards in 27 days. Because if you follow the channel regularly, in the last video that we did earlier today, we opened a 5-star crystal, but the one before that was an opening on the 31st of October, where we managed to dupe the Star-Lord, and that was pretty cool. But when we uploaded today's crystal opening, there were quite a few comments like, oh, see, and how did you manage to get, 10,000 5-star shards in just 27 days? Are you hacking the game? Are you buying all these terrible offers that keep on coming up for, like $100 for 2,000 shards? And the answer is no, I'm legit just playing the game, but I wanted to share with you guys, it's a fairly concise and detailed breakdown as to my 5-star shard gain for the last 27 days. So at the moment we have the wonderful Doctor Strange event going on, which grants the Master Mode rifts, and doing those gives you 500 shards for that. Also in the various paths you can get bundles of 2,000 and 3,000 shards. However, I didn't get any of those boxes to get the additional shards. The only shards that I've got from the rifts themselves were for the completion. So we got 2 of those. At 500 each. Going to be doing one more of those before the event ends, and that's going to be pretty cool. But that's 1,000. Then we did the Heroic Exploration, and something that I find a little bit weird is that Heroic Exploration, if you look at Heroic versus Master, you get 500 5-star shards for doing Heroic, but only 250 for Master. But I guess in terms of this event specifically, you also get, the component to open a Master Mode Rift. So technically, it's 750 including that. But from the actual explorations itself is 250. So that's 1,750 so far, and that's from the Sorcerer's Conclave, the Doctor Strange events that have come this month. Now the next 4 are Summoner Advancement. Now in terms of Summoner Advancement, we always place in the top 3 to 5%. We've got an alliance of extremely active players. We are one of the I believe like top 500 alliances in the game. So yeah, we always place really strongly for that because we have so many people doing that. And if you place in the top 3 to 5% on a weekly basis, which again, granted, is quite difficult to do, but we always kind of reliably get up there, which is pretty awesome. We always score about, it's always just under about 600,000, sometimes a bit over if, some people have gone a bit wild on the crystal spending, which is sometimes me for video purposes, but all in the name of shits and giggles, boys. So you can see in the essay, a total of 4 weeks, a total of 4 Thursdays have passed since then. That's 2,000, so that brings us up to 3,750. Now the next one, and you really start to grasp how important being in an active alliance is when you look at the next one, which is Alliance War Win. Now we've actually, in the last 27 days, we've won 7 Alliance Wars and lost 4, and we are in the 2nd tier, so if we win we get approximately 500 5-star shards, and whether we win or lose we get, 100 5-star shards for the exploration. On average, sometimes it can be a little bit more, but sometimes, if we're against a ridiculous alliance, it can be a little bit less. But overall, that has amounted 7 wins, getting 600, 500 for the win, 100 for the exploration. On average, again, the numbers do vary a little bit, so I believe it's actually slightly more than that in reality. But yeah, we've landed at 4,200 for the wins and 400 for the losses. So with Summoner Advancement and Alliance War Win and Alliance War Loss, you can start to see how big a portion of, being in an active alliance, being in one of those really solid end game alliances is for, getting 5 stars quicker and quicker, because that's just a huge amount of chance. You really cannot ignore that. And this isn't an official farming guide. I feel like they're going to drop Act 5 on us really soon. And as soon as I make a 5-star farming guide, I feel like they're going to drop Act 5 the next day. So I'm waiting until they drop Act 5 so we can see what can be got from that before, we look at the official 5-star champion farming guide. But this is just to give you a rough idea of, how I got the shards and how you guys can maybe, maximize your income a little bit more. Now, the next thing is actually duplicating 4-star champions. Now, in terms of the last month and the champions that we've pulled overall, I actually haven't got that many dupes in comparison to what I probably should have gotten with the size of my roster. You know, I'm on about 60 champions now. We got a lot of new champions this month, and they weren't necessarily great champions. We got champions like Kamala Khan, Joe Fixit, War Machine. What else did we get? We got Civil Warrior. And there's a couple more that are just escaping my mind at the moment. I think that actually might be it, like a total of maybe 7 or 8 of them. But 4 of those, Spider-Gwen, a 90s Cyclops, a Guillotine, and also there's one more character that is slipping my mind at the moment. Yeah, there's one more character. Oh god, I had it listed in one of the videos, but there's one more dupe that I got somewhere across the board in one of the videos. I went back and counted. So we got a total of, you know, 4 4-star dupes, which led to 275 fragments each, which is a total of just over 1,100. Now, oh yeah, Vision Age of Ultron was the final one. God, can't believe I forgot that. Only a couple of days ago, actually. So, as you can see, you get quite a nice chunk as you build your roster of additional 5-star shards when you are duping the 4-star champions. This is why it's exceptionally important never to sell 4-star champions. And if we keep on playing this game for like maybe a year or two, as we get to a point where not only all of the champions we are duped, but you know, quite a lot of them are at max level, we're actually going to get double that amount of shards on average when we, you know, dupe a champion. Because when you get them to dupe level 99, you get the Mag's signature ability crystal, which most of the time will reward you with double the fragments. So we'll get an additional 275 fragments. So yeah, as you can see, guys, never sell champions because they keep on building up the momentum. So, you know, if we are to look at this in a year's time, it might be a time frame of maybe over like 3 weeks or 21 days where, you know, we are just duping those 4-star champions, getting a little bit lucky, and that's going to really spiral the 5-star progression. So, yeah, the final thing on this list really is the Road to the Labyrinth clear, which nets an additional 1,000 shards. So we did Road to the Labyrinth of Legends for the first time. Hopefully in the next month or two, we're going to be doing straight up the Labyrinth of Legends itself. But you can see all those numbers added up. Come to just over 10,450, which was roughly the number that we were on when we were opening the crystal. But again, there are a couple of sources that I didn't include in here, and that's the whenever, you know, in the completion and item use event, whenever we score kind of above the top 50% in the ranked, there are anywhere between, I believe it's 75 and 150 5-star shards. So there's probably like a few hundred there as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, guys, this isn't an official farming guide, but hopefully this quick explanation, you know, of how I gained all these shards apparently so quickly should help you guys to, you know, focus your progression if you are aiming to, you know, farm a lot of 5-star characters. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a thumbs up. That'd be greatly appreciated. Apart from that, guys, take care and have an absolutely fantastic day.